so TREP version 2, we'll make this a short, quick video. Version 2 comes with a couple of feature updates which I'll show and show you the additions to the config and a few quality of life changes to my core files, so a couple of new functions, etc. So yeah, we'll just get straight into it. So nothing's changed when it comes to opening your menu, etc. I have 10,000 reputation currently. Now, first you'll see reset buffs down the bottom here. We'll get to that in just a second, but I'm going to show you these first. So, previously what happened is all these buffs were temporary, alright, and it was specifically set up like that so players consistently had something to use their reputation on. I didn't really want to make them permanent because if a player purchases all the buffs, there's nothing to buy with their reputation. So it just sits there doing nothing. But due to a suggestion in the Discord, one of my clients, I'm adding this in. So thank you for the suggestion. Yeah. Armor, I'm pretty sure that's still temporary. So rep menu, yeah, still temporary. Crossbow, I know that's permanent. And now it says unlocked, so it is permanent. So yeah, I can no longer collect that. Health plus 18, 25, I know that's permanent, I think. Yeah, that's permanent, there we go. So, they're now permanent. If I go ahead and kill myself in console, I now have the plus 18, plus 25, and I have the crossbow. I don't have the armor that I previously had, the 75, because the plus 50 armor was temporary. So yeah, that's that. Right menu, and we'll reset the buffs. Now, it will take the amount of reputation that you have spent on the permanent buffs that you have currently unlocked, and it will refund you that reputation amount. I might add a config option that allows you to change that, whether players reset their buffs and get refunded or if they shouldn't. Probably not, it's a little unfair, so I'll keep that on the back burner for now. So let's total this up, 1,500, 3,000, 4,500. So when I reset my buffs, I will have 9,500. Your buffs have been reset. I no longer have the 25 armor or the 85 or the 80 HP, should I say? Is it 80? Don't know. I'll have a look at the config. So yeah, no longer have it. Rep menu. So I've just been refunded 4,500 reputation because that's what I spent on permanent buffs. 3,000, 1,500. Alright. So yeah, that's pretty much one of the big feature updates of version 2. The second one is previously what would happen is when a player gains reputation, it would save it to your server's data folder. It would save the reputation to your server's data folder. Now we've introduced database saving. So we've added that into the script as a config option. You can choose whether or not you want to use database saving or if you want to use data folder saving. That's a config option. Do with it as you please. I have it set up to use my database because now there's quite a large amount of data coming in for players, such as skills and reputation. So I want to use my database for it. So yeah, that's that. That's the two big feature updates. Nothing's really changed in your config. There's a few changes here you'll see. There's not any major changes. Database saving, like I just mentioned, set it to true if you want to save it to your database. Set it to false if you want to save it to your data folder, your server's data folder, server database. Let's just keep that clear. The tail end of the feature updates is the lose reputation on death. Now, the player that died from another player or an NPC, should that player lose reputation on death? It's entirely up to you. It's just a little another thing to add to the script. Set it to true and then change the amounts if you wish. Set it to false and ignore these amounts. They don't do anything. Nothing's really changed with the NPC reputation player reputation, the menu commands, user group still the same. Your buff table, only addition to this now, as in you don't need to redo your config, right? You don't need to do your buffs table, sorry. Previously your buffs table would look like this, so the armor buff, right? The last option would be on purchase, then end. If it looked like this, you would need to do a comma at the end. If it doesn't have a comma, do a new line and add in permanent equals true or false, and then obviously comma if you wish. It's the last entry in the table, so you don't need a comma. So yeah, that's all you have to do is do a new line and then copy and paste permanent equals true or false into your buff. Now you'll need to do that inside these little curly brackets, or this one should I say, in between these curly brackets here, inside that for it to be for this buff. Alright, so once again inside these brackets for the crossbow, these brackets for your run speed, etc, etc. Alright, so yeah, nothing else has changed. Reputation multiplier, max reputation, and notify player. Yeah, that's it for your config and version 2. There is a couple of console commands. One of them you more than likely will need to run when you change to database saving. So I will have this set to false by default, like so. I'll have that set to false. There is a console command that will, when you run it, it will take all the stored reputation and buffs in the data folder if you have buffs, and it will convert that to your server's database. There is a console command for that, and another console command that, if this is true, the database saving, and then players gain reputation, purchase buffs, etc., saves it to the database. You then want to switch to data folder saving. If you want to do that, there is a separate console command that will take the reputation and the buffs from your database and convert it to your data folder. Alright, but yeah, there is a few people that have purchased this and you're not in the Discord, or if you are in the Discord, please open up a ticket. Myself, Neat Sheets, or Telling Sheets has changed his name, or my mods, we will obviously seek out the proof of purchase and give you your roles to gain access to the private channels where you can get support for these scripts. If you have purchased it, thank you, I appreciate the support, and come hang out in the Discord. Peace out.